A few months ago, I attempted to turn Ethan's Ford Focus into a 2-storey micro camper. Unfortunately, it didn't go particularly well.
My arms are still upstairs and the rest of my body is downstairs.
But Ethan must have thought it was okay because he got in contact and asked if I wanted one of All the Gears cars for free.
Okay, so the good news is we found a car. The bad news is it happens to be this one. It's not the worst thing in the world.
No, it's not the worst thing.
Now I've seen it in person, it's not quite as good as I remembered it.
It doesn't get better when you start looking around at it.
No, I think it gets much worse. It gets a lot scabbier as well, doesn't it? Yeah. Can we have a quick tour of it? Is that okay?
Of course, yeah. What do you want to see? Do you want to see the rust holes here or the rust holes at the back? Or the rust holes on that side?
There's so many rust holes to choose from.
Yeah. Whichever thing you pick.
So you've done a few things to it since then. So you've got the windscreen.
Windscreen, got that sorted.
Amazing.
It's got new tyres on it.
So it's fixed, right?
Yeah.
It's ready to go.
It works. It sometimes struggles to go into fifth.
Perfect.
What car doesn't?
Who needs fifth?
Not where you're going.
Yes, where we're going.
Okay,
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe where you're going. It's such a charming little thing.
No, I do. I love it.
Seats are nice. I mean,
Door locks are good.
It's been sat for a few months, but it just started up straight away.
It sounded great as well.
If you replace every single panel on this, it will be perfect.
And the manifold.
And fix the gearbox issue.
Yeah. And the engine's pretty tied now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But once you've done all those things,
that's great, and that's fine because there's loads of these in the UK as well,
exactly,
so we're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Hell,
loads.
We don't even have to paint it. It's all here as well.
I'm sorry.
We've got grey and red.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And it doesn't smell like an arse.
This is a really decent car. Inside.
Yeah.
Inside.
Yeah. You can sleep in this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
You might have to unbolt a seat to do that, but yes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We love unbolting seats.
I'm a bit gutted to get rid of it, but...
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm sure your neighbours are as well.
Yeah, we've got something else now, so it's surplus to requirements. But yeah, look, check out in here.
Okay.
Wait, 1 sec. Check out in here in 1 second.
Wow, look at this. This is a luxury parcel shelf. Look at him. There's a lot of sleeping space in here.
A lot of sleeping
Look
space, a lot of luggage space. I believe there is a tyre or a wheel. I think that might be a Pirelli. Yes, it is a Pirelli.
Whoa, fancy. This is worth more than the rest of the car. We'll take it though.
It might have some fuel in it as well. So.
No way.
Yeah.
This is the luxury nugget. We'll ignore this. Ignore all of this.
Ignore that. Ignore that.
There's no reason why this is on, right?
No. I don't know who put that there.
No idea. Big moment. Right, let's try and do something good with this.
If you can.
Yeah, 100%. We're going to sort out as much of the rust as physically possible.
Yeah.
And give it a lot of love. See what we can do. Some more adventures.
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
I'd love to see it at the end.
Thank you so much for
You're
trusting
welcome.
us with this. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Treat it well.
I will, of course.
And good luck.
So with that, we headed home in the Golf, blissfully unaware of the months of hard work that were about to go into it.
Yeah!
But first, we had to get it off the trailer. The trailer that might have lost some floor on the way back.
No, hang on. Yeah, it's going to get a bit scrapey, but it's fine. Right, he's fallen through the trailer now. Go forwards. I don't know. I've wound the window down onto the red paint and it's really hurt. Ow. All right, nice and slow, straight back like that.
Nice and steady.
Right, keep it dead, straighten the wheels up. Oh yeah. The front lip might come off here.
After it was elegantly driven off the trailer, it was time for a closer inspection.
So here we are, Jack and Ethan's actual Golf from All the Gear. Let's have a little look because it's really not great, to be honest. So the previous owner obviously had stocks in some sort of duct tape factory because it is just everywhere and it's covering a multitude of sins. Let's have a look and peel back some of this, which they were too scared to do. Okay, brace yourself. This will be very tasty. I've never known so much rot on a car in random places. And also, can we add that duct tape is not the best thing to put on to rust because it just traps all the moisture. Oh, there's a hole. There's a hole in, there's a big hole in the door. Oh! This is gonna be a really big restoration. That is apocalyptic. particularly bad. We're just gonna put that. And if you think that's bad, wait to have a look and see what's underneath the car, because the floor pans are not good. So the car really is just exactly how they left it, except for some extra duct tape which they put on to cover some lettering. I don't know if you remember this, but let's do a little reveal. Oh, we don't want to damage the paintwork, let's put this somewhere else. And we want to try and drive this to Shedfest, by the way. This is the dream. Whether or not it becomes a reality is a different story. Feels like I'm unveiling a car, but I'm just unveiling profanity. We're going to try and get this back on the road, by the way. You've just seen how rotten it is and everything else that's going on. We've got to pull the engine out of it yet. So this is a Mark III 1.8 litre estate. It's the wagon Golf, which is actually surprisingly rare here in the UK. Abroad it's a bit more common, but over here it's really hard to get parts for, which is another great thing about it. Doors we're probably going to end up replacing in the end. Engine, as I say, has to be pulled out. There's lots to be fixed on there. There's a load of welding to be done underneath. We're just going to slowly get through it. And of course, it needs a respray. More on that later on in the video, respray wise. Fortunately, it has got 4 new tyres on it and a new windscreen. I don't think that's going to do too much to the situation, but we can hope. The interior, there's not a lot very exciting in there. It's actually quite nice. The exterior is where all of the work is going to have to be done. I think in this episode what we're going to try and do is get the engine out, try and fix this manifold, see if it's actually cracked or if it's just a gasket behind it. Hopefully just a gasket. Put it all back together and try and get it started again. That's the first get the engine happy, make sure it's okay, and then work on the body on the following episode.
Of course, I had to drag Mechanic Ollie into this mess, but he was happy to save another car from the scrapyard.
It took you like all of what, like actual hours, like
couple hours.
Yeah, literally. That's
hours of actual work.
Incredible. Man's got the engine delete. Now I'm not an expert, but I think that's supposed to be in there.
That's why you got an exhaust leak.
The nuts snapped inside the engine, which is good, and is now causing a catastrophic exhaust leak. Yeah, well the good news is, because it's cast, I don't think it's actually cracked. I mean, we'll find out when we take it off. I say we. Sorry.
Hello.
It turns out 3 of the studs had cracked in the head, so we loaded it up into my Honda Civic for my awesome £250 road trip challenge. Ollie immediately got to work cutting off the damaged bolts and cleaning around the area. He then tried welding a nut onto the end of the snap studs, which went well.
Shut up, is this working? Oh, it's not working.
As it started to get dark, we went for plan B, drilling out the snap studs so Ollie could break out his homemade tap and die set. Until eventually, after an entire day working on this, we got it done. We then returned the engine in the back of the Civic. And this is when I decided to go on holiday, and Ollie, being Ollie, decided to put it back in himself. Now the threads had been retapped, it was time to put the new studs in. He did this by threading on 2 nuts and tightening them in order to screw the studs into the head. Then it was time to fit the manifold gasket, the thing that actually caused this entire engine to get pulled out in the first place. The manifold itself was filthy due to the perish gasket that had been blowing, so it was cleaned up to make a tight seal. With the exhaust manifold now on, it was time to clean up the intake manifolds, and as you can see, the gasket was ruined, but luckily, after some more cleaning and a lovely new gasket, it was engine time. And Ollie did engine time with his engine crane on sand by himself. And after a bit more cleaning and offering up, he got it in. So, with a few bits connected, he went for the first start. And on the second attempt, the Golf sputtered into life. As you can see, Ollie was thrilled about this.
She's now running, which is a great start. Just got to put the rest of it back together, including the drive shafts, which were the bolts pretty much stripped as they came out. See what can be done, but at least she's running again, and fingers crossed we make Shedfest.
Right, so Shedfest is literally less than 2 weeks away. We've got an engine, it's not really connected, there's still a massive hole in the exhaust where it hasn't been buttoned up properly yet, even though that's the reason why we took it out, and it needs tons and tons of welding work and probably some new panels. So we've got less than 2 weeks to try and get that done. It's going to be a mission. Hopefully we pull it off. I want to take this on some road trips and adventures later on, and I mean massive road trips on this, thousands of miles, the biggest stuff we've done on the channel, but we can't do it looking like this, so I'm going to do a custom respray on it and hopefully raise a bit of money for charity whilst doing so. So I'm going to get it resprayed in a sort of cool livery for a charity which I choose, and we're going to take it on a massive road trip. So we'll see you then, but until then, we're gonna sit and cry. See you later.